Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Suci Juleha Daud. I can explain about practicum synthesis of calcium sulfate from limestone. Entitled Synthesis of calcium sulfate from limestone and objective study of synthesis of calcium sulfate from limestone. Literature review. Calcium carbonates are one of the most abundant minerals in the earth crust. They occur in the form of limestone and chalk formed from fossil and marble form the metamorphosis of sediment rock. Calcium sulfate is one of several sulfate scales and is also called like it can form either as a result of mixing dissimilar water or as a result or change in the temperature as the water travels from the surface to the surface treating facility. Methods: experimental tools and material. Experimental tools: evaporation cup, measuring flask, drop pipette, sieve, beaker glass, LMR, test tube, spatula, mortar, analytical balance, reagent bottle, oven, glass stirrer, foam hood, distillation apparatus, furnace, vacuum filter, watch glass, spray bottle, and spatula. Experimental materials: limestone, hydrochloric acid, aqueous, potassium thiocyanate, sulfuric acid, sodium carbonate, nitric acid, and sodium oxalate. Experimental work scheme: weigh 2.0 gram of finely ground limestone, then heat in a kiln at 900 Celsius degrees for 1 hour. Soaking to powder produced by pouring with 50 ml of distillate water and 25 ml of 1 molar HCl for 15 minutes while stirring, and then strain and take the filtrate. Concentrate the solution by evaporating the solution but not to form a precipitate. Heating and add drop by drop of distillate water until it dissolves again, and add drop by drop of 1 molar H2SO4 while stirring until a while solid is formed, and finally filter the precipitate form, then dry it. Wake solid form. Result and discussion. Result: and discussion. This experimental involves several stages, including the following stage of sampling, preparation, synthesis, and qualitative tests. The experimental process of taking sample when taken near the river, the village of Bulide, Kota Barat City of Gorontalo. The preparation stage begins with crushing the limestone first, so that the hot limestone evaporates easily. Then is it sieved. Being heat, grams of limestone dissolved by 15 minutes, and then the extract, sludge, and the filtrate. It is concentrated by evaporation, but it does not deposit from form. And then the first is add with H2SO4 1 molar until a while deposit is formed. This while sludge that form is calcium sulfate. To the first qualitative test, adding a few drops from H2SO4 and 10 ml KSCN 1 molar to solution from white to pink with silk. While in a second quantitative test, adding 10 ml of HNO3 solution 1 molar and 15 drops Na2CO3 1 molar of bubbles. Conclusion: based on the experiment carried out, it can be concluded that limestone is used in making calcium sulfate because calcium levels on limestone are very high. Thank you.